Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for March. Hello, happy March. So, we are going to break it down into three sections. We have a general, which is like everything or whatever comes out, love, specifically love, and then a spirit message to tie everything together. And the timestamps will be in the description box below. For those of you who've been here before, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to pull the cards out and read the cards first, and then we'll go into the oracle cards afterwards. Okay, so Gemini, March, general energy. Temperance flew right out. Okay, so I'm going to pull out all the cards first. Temperance, Page of Swords, Devil in reverse, Lovers, Ten of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, let me get comfy. Okay, Gemini. I'm getting this idea that overall energy things are not what they appear to be in March. I feel like you have the feeling to not um, lash out, but it's like you kind of like you want to fix it, or you want to like it's like to hurry up and close something out so you don't have to deal with it, sort of thing. Um, that's what it feels like overall, but we'll see. So let's talk about the major arcana first, as I like to do. We have Temperance, the Devil, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. So the Devil does talk about letting something go. I do see that you've been extremely patient about something. You've been extremely patient to a loved one. Um, and you feel like it's almost the right thing to do. It's it's like sometimes things are not immediate, and sometimes it takes time for people to understand or for things to go right. Um, it's almost like in March you have patience for for your loved one, for someone that you're with. If you go on the same path, if you keep going, and I don't feel like it's easy for you either, because I feel like you have something you feel like you could say, but instead of being direct, it's almost like you don't really know where this person is going with this. You don't know how this thing is going to turn out. You just feel like you have a say so, like you want to say something about it, like, I want to make this decision, but I feel like you're trying to have trust in someone that you love, maybe because they didn't let you down before. But it's interesting because I feel like you have these survival instincts, like you want to say something, like you want to do something, like you want to put a hand in it, but you're being very patient. It's like you want to have trust that someone else can handle something. It's interesting because it feels like it's bigger than you. Like, I'll let it happen because I don't really know what's going to happen. That's what it feels like. It's kind of like, I don't really know, but we'll see. And we'll see if what I thought was true or not. Okay. I do also see a message coming towards you, some sort of information that has not quite been developed. So I feel like someone may be saying something to you as an idea about how to make a situation easier, right? So it's almost like you and someone else has been a part of this situation. And your idea was to just be patient and let someone go through what they were going through, or let someone handle what it is they're handling, and then you're like, it'll work itself out. But I feel like there's like someone says to you, or you have an indication that maybe you do have to get involved, um, to make the situation better, or to help someone out. It's like someone is digging a hole for themselves. You may Someone may need another job, a new place to live, or some sort of financial help. But for some reason, I feel like they think that it's going to come from you. I get this vibe that you probably help a person all the time, and they are so nonchalant, kind of, that they're like, oh, this person's going to help me. Gemini is going to help me. I feel like you're tired of being the one to do it. So you are very hesitant about reacting. It's kind of like you want someone to find their own way, understand that you love them and care about them, but you're not going to be the one to fix everything all the time. Um, that's the vibe that I'm getting. So it's kind of like you want to do it, you want to give the money, you want to help in order to like cut this whole situation so you don't have to do it, but at the same time it's not really helpful to this other individual in the long run. I also see that you have a new venture, new house, new car, new job, new something in your life. Um, like you've just started it. It's the beginning of something new in your life. And it feels like it was a part of the next thing you were supposed to do. I feel like you're happy about it, you feel great about it. But there's a lot of like responsibilities that come with it that you didn't see before. I do feel like you can deal with them. It's just the part that I feel like you didn't see them before, now you see them. It doesn't feel bad. It's just like, oh, these are responsibilities I have to deal with, which is why you probably can't give other people money. you know? Let me see. I also see you working really hard at work. Um, you're putting in a lot of hard work to be seen. I feel like you're worried because of the new job or the new responsibility you have, so you're working really hard. It's almost like you feel like you need to, like you're worried that if you don't, you may lose your job. It's kind of like a little bit of anxiety about all these new responsibilities that you have coming up in March. So I feel like you're just trying to be proactive in your life and with your money. Yeah, I definitely see you really being worried about money, um, a lot in March, and about your responsibilities. I feel like you're trying your best to not let it worry you, but it does. It's almost like the worry comes up, you conquer it, it comes back up. It's something that is consistent, it looks like, in March, but I feel like you can handle it, Gemini. Yeah, I also see that you have a lot of responsibility. It's like you have people that rely on you or ask you for money or help, and then you have your responsibilities, your dreams, your aspirations, things you want with your family and within your life as well. And I feel like there's a conflict between the two, or a burden between the two. So in March, you're looking to find some space in between those two things. Like something has to end. I feel like you know that it has to end. Um, you've been being patient about it, but it's going to have to come to some sort of conclusion. Like it can't keep continuing. the way that it has been continuing. And that's a hard decision for you. Okay, let's see what your oracle cards are. So we have networker, enhances unity through sharing information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Yeah, that's you, Gemini. I feel like you do want to help others. I feel like you do want to be the person that kind of brings everything together. I do feel like it gets a little bit tiresome though, and you do have to think about yourself. You know, you can't help fix and solve everything, even though you would like to. But I do feel like you can put um, this person in touch with the reality of what they need. Just be careful of uh, being very short about it, being guarded, or being mad and not like expressing why, if that makes sense. And then we have the chess queen, trust and strategizing. That's you thinking about yourself. And it's not about being arrogant. It's not about being selfish. It's just that you're strategizing on how to politely have boundaries and respect your own goals and wishes and your own life, right? So we have ancestors. I'm going to pull all these out. Ancestors, wounded healer, grandfather sky, and eagle medicine. So this tells me that you've always known that this was going to become a problem. Not always. I feel like it was okay at first, and over time, you started to understand. Like, you're smart. Gemini is very smart. And you started to see how eventually this could become a problem, or how continuously you were being asked for help, or something like that, right? But I feel like there's the reality of what it is you always been doing versus what it is you should be doing now because things have changed. And also seeing that you have been sort of putting band-aids on other people's problems or other people's issues, and they don't really know how to help themselves, which is a problem because now you need to focus on yourself and your own life, you know? Okay, so let's get into your love life, Gemini. Hello, Gemini. Love reading. Here we go. So we have the World, 10 of Cups, Strength, 6 of Cups, Temperance, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, 6 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands as the overall energy. You're looking to move forward in your relationship. I feel like you're eager to do so. I feel like there is a decision in the way of you doing that. Like there's a decision to be made in March. So major arcana, we have the World, Strength, Temperance, again, that was in your general reading as well, and the Judgment. I see that you are ready for a new cycle within your relationship. I feel like you're ready for a new start, and you feel like you need that start to be happy. You know, it's just one of those things where you're ready to move full circle with the person that you're with, or when it comes to love. Um, but I feel like in March something gets in the way of that. Okay. And I feel like it's a struggle of willpower. I don't. It may be your spending habits. It may be you giving money to others. And I feel like this is a personal journey that you or your partner is going to go on, because it could be you or your partner that does this. It feels like a personal journey of yours or theirs. Learning how to divvy up time and money between family, friends, and your partner. And this is something that has been going on, I feel like, since you've known this person. but you're ready to you're ready for it to end. It's kind of like you've been patient and you're just ready to move forward with your partner. And you realize that you're happy with them, and I feel like you want to deepen the connection more in March. Um, Someone is going to talk about kids, having children. Um, yeah, I see a talk about having children for some of you. And that being like the next step for you, or you wanting to have children. I feel like there is talk about completing this family or completing the relationship by having children, by moving forward in some sort of way, like the step of engaged, marriage, children, house, that type of thing. Um, I feel like this conversation is going to continue on. I don't feel like the choice is going to be made. It's more about you both organizing things within your life so that this can happen. I feel like your partner feels like you may not be financially ready or have the time. Someone does. It could be you or them. It's like they want to put it, how can I say this? Like they want to put it on hold while things are getting figured out. They don't feel like they're financially ready. You feel like you are. Something like that. There is, like I said, there's something from the past that needs to come to an end. I feel like it's you helping others or you doing something that takes up too much of your time. I feel like it's your way of being kind and caring to others, but it influences your love life in some way this month that you're going to see. I feel like you need to make a choice on going on a trip with a partner. I feel like you planned a trip or planned on doing something with your partner. Maybe like a honeymoon that was past due. I want to say something like that. It's like a trip that you should have already went on. Um, and you've been taking your time. It almost feels like both of you may have had financial issues to deal with or something like that. Um, I feel like you're going to make a decision to go on this trip, but you're going to spend a lot of money on the trip. I feel like you're worried about the money that you're going to spend on the trip. This month is about strengthening relationships and thinking about what you want for the future and seeing the obstacles that come in the way of you achieving those things and what it is that you'll need to do to fix those or balance those out so you can move forward into a new phase. So there's a lot of things coming into view about your plans for the future and the decisions you need to make now that will impact your future. Okay. So, Oracle cards, we have the Sacred Woman. Okay. This is learning the importance of nurturing a relationship. I feel like with this card, um, it's kind of like understanding the rules within relationships, nurturing, care, and love, and working together to make that happen. It's like seeing how working together and being um, compassionate of each other's needs are useful. I feel like that is what's important, or that's what the focus is this month. And then we have separation and retreat. I feel like with separation and retreat, this is all of the things that have potentially been causing blocks within your relationship or within you moving forward in love are coming to head in March. And you're spending a lot of time with your partner to figure these things out, or you're both starting to recognize these things so you can resolve them this month. And I strongly feel a trip. Okay. So we have conflict, letting go, family tree. Yeah. A lot of you, family is involved in this. And then we have goddess of dreams and connections. Yeah. So the important part here is your connection with the person that you love. So it's more about growing a partnership, as I said before, and seeing the importance of relationships with these two cards. The importance of relationships and how sacred that connection is between you two, especially if you like want it to work or last. Okay. And letting go of things that are causing conflict, learning how to separate from things that cause conflict in relationships, talking them out, working them out, seeing both sides of the equation, making decisions that are hard this month, especially when it comes to family, like family getting involved in your love life. Also, I see you wanting to have children, expanding, buying a house together, getting married, things like that. And yeah, resolving conflict or resolving things that prevent you from having a stable, solid relationship. Okay? Okay. Okay, Gemini, your spirit message. So we have passion, vanity, victim, Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. This energy is kind of all over the place. No real focus. This is day-to-day actions because there's no major arcana. But it talks about you realizing your passion for life and what it is that you want to accomplish in this life and what it is you want. It's sort of like you have a main focus, you have a main idea that you're very passionate about at this moment. And instead of seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance, it's like you are going to take action. You have a sense of understanding from your passion and drive this month that there needs to be changes in order for things to move. Okay. Um, a lot of this has to do with compromise because of love and care. So, giving care to others and loving others does not mean that you have to hurt yourself in the process. Um, it also can be underlying help. So, you saying no can also be helpful to others. Okay. Everyone's not going to be happy, is what I'm seeing the most of. You don't have to keep yourself trapped in a situation that isn't true to you or is deceptive to you, right? Because I feel like there is a sense of growth in this month. You want to growth, you want grow, you want to expand, you want bigger things, um, and you have to show yourself love and care through that. Even though it seems like you're going to hurt someone or someone else isn't going to like what you're doing, it's not really about that. It's about you and it's about growth this month. Okay. So I love you, Gemini. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.